Okay, let's say you take a prescription drug. Do you suffer from blurred vision, memory loss, hallucinations, mental confusion, brain fog, incoherent speech? You have trouble remembering anything? Do you? You ever fall into any one of those categories of, you can't remember something after it? Well, let me explain something to you. There are many kinds of prescription drugs that can cause memory loss, and plenty of OTC medications as well. Prescription drugs cause over 100,000 deaths a year and cause another 1.9 million people to experience side effects that they have to be hospitalized. So let me tell you the story about this, the kind of drugs that cause memory loss. You may not know there's a connection between a drug you take. And by the way, liberals, don't pay attention to me because I'm only a conservative with a real PhD from a great university. I would appreciate if liberals turn the radio off now. I'd like you to do the opposite of what I'm telling sane people to do right now. If you take a drug that starts with such as antihistamine, antidepressant, antipsychotic, antibiotic, antispasmodic, antihypertensive, these drugs are likely affecting your acetylcholine levels. So what is acetylcholine? Acetylcholine is the primary nerve transmitter involved with memory and learning. And when you're low in acetylcholine, you become forgetful. You can't concentrate or think of the right word. You ever have that happen? It could be the drug you're taking. But serious acetylcholine deficiencies are associated with dementia and Alzheimer's. Acetylcholine activity is the target of Alzheimer's drugs, which block the breakdown of this brain chemical. In other words, anti-Alzheimer's drugs try to keep as much acetylcholine operational in your system as possible. So now you're taking a drug that blocks the action of acetylcholine, and they're known as anticholinergic. So maybe you have blurred vision, constipation, confusion, lightheadedness, difficulty starting and continuing to urinate, memory loss, loss of bladder control. These could be related to your drugs. And by the way, these drugs include statin drugs. And I want to talk about the great cholesterol myth another day, because perhaps the single worst group of drugs for your brain are statin drugs. Many of you are on statin drugs and you think you're doing fine, but it could be affecting your memory. Very important for you to know that. Did you know that 1/4 of your brain is made up of cholesterol? You think it's a poison, don't you? Well, no. Cholesterol is necessary for memory, learning, and fast thinking. So cholesterol-lowering drugs affect the brain negatively. And that's a whole separate topic. So which drugs actually cause memory loss? For Parkinson's, for epilepsy, for painkillers, sleeping pills, benzodiazepines, quinidine, naproxen, steroids, antibiotics, especially the quinolones, antihistamines, high blood pressure drugs, insulin, beta blockers, methyl-dopa, antipsychotics such as Haldol and Mellaril, tricyclic antidepressants, lithium, barbiturates, amytol, Nebutol, Seconal, phenobarb, chemotherapy drugs. Very important you know this. By the way, this list was assembled by Richard C. Mose, Ph.D., former vice chairman of the Department of Psychiatry at the Mount Sinai School of Medicine. So liberals, pay no attention to what I've just said. I want you to go out today, liberals, and I want you to ask your doctor to give you more drugs that limit your acetylcholine. Do the opposite of what I say, please. Please do more. Be more of a mentally ill person. Take more of these medications and don't know what's going on. Now, not all medications that cause memory loss are prescription only. Many over-the-counter drugs can cause memory loss by the same mechanism, by blocking the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. And these OTC remedies that you should watch out for, they're anticholinergic, are Advil, PM, Benadryl, Claritin, Dramamine, Excedrin, PM, Nitol, Pepcid AC, Sominex, Tagamet, Tylenol PM, Unisom, Zantac. It's interesting, I have severe allergies. And as a result of studying this, I wound up taking a different anti-allergy drug, one that does not affect my acetylcholine levels, which is why I'm sharper than I've ever been.
Join the Savage Nation. Call now.